Do you want to find out when Brawl Stars is going global and what's going on in this next update? Well, stick around because you don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today for another Brawl Stars video. Today we are going to be talking about Brawl Stars for Android global launch and what's coming in the next update. Well, everything that we know so far. I'm gonna mainly stick to the facts today. I'm gonna throw a little bit of speculation in there, but we're mainly going to stick to the facts today based upon what Brawl Stars themselves has said and, you know, some other things that we've drawn from some other places. Alright, so it's been about a month and a half since the last update here in Brawl Stars. You know, when we got landscape and the new controls and, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't the most exciting thing for the players that are currently in the game. I mean, let's be real, that was directed at new players coming in because as it stands right now, the global audience for Brawl Stars is probably about, what, half of 1% of the people that will be playing this game when it goes global. So, you know, if we're looking forward to Android and global launch for Brawl Stars, there's definitely some things that we need to look at and things that we need to take into account when we're looking at updates. So, a month and a half since the last update. It looks like we're going to probably get another update. I'm going to guess in probably about a month and a half as well. We're about halfway through this update cycle. And so let's take a look at some of the things that Brawl Stars themselves said that they are working on and some things that we are pretty sure are going to be coming in this next update. Alright, so take a look at this graphic on screen. This is actually a post from Brawl Stars themselves that they posted on Reddit. We talked about this a few videos back when I kind of, you know, clickbaited you guys a little bit with that, with the legendary brawler. That was a joke. It wasn't really clickbait. Get over it, people. But, you know, there is going to be a new brawler. So they're talking about things that they want to do in the next update. Talking about trophy progression, new tutorials, some social features to make it easier to brawl with your friends, a new brawler, and maybe some new game modes too. Now that's not all that we know, but let's dive into that first. Alright, first and foremost, we're talking about one of the big issues in Brawl Stars right now that has a lot of the community up in the air, and that is auto-aim. It's really too dominant right now, and it makes the game a little bit, you know, it lacks the depth. So they're looking at some tweaks, some nerfs to auto aim so that it has a place in the game, but it's not dominant, which is a very good thing, and I'm excited to see what they come up with that. Next up, they say that they're working on a tutorial, and I think this is a really big thing. Now, it may seem like a little small thing that, you know, we did the tutorial a long time ago. You probably don't even hardly remember it, you know, but it takes about 15 seconds. You take Shelly, you run over there, you blast a few brawlers, you hop into a game against bots, and voila, you're ready for the game, right? Okay, maybe not. So, what they want to do is they want to make the tutorial to where it's a little bit bigger, you know, give a new player an idea of what Brawl Stars is, not just, hey, shoot some shots, jump in the game, you're ready to go, because that doesn't quite prepare you for what is Brawl Stars. So they're revamping the tutorial. That'll be a very good thing. I mean, I'll be interested to see that. I mean, I guess I'll have to create another little mini account to play the new tutorial, which I've got some plans for that, guys. Me and Kairos are going to be, you know what, not going to spoil it for you. You're just going to have to stay tuned to me and Kairos' channel. That's right, that means subscribe. Alright, let's talk about trophy progression, because that was the next thing that they mentioned here. Trophy progression, I think, is going to be a very big deal, because currently right now you just grind trophies and you keep climbing. You get those little ranks in between the rank ups, but let's be honest, they really don't mean much. It's like, oh cool, you gave me 100 coins or 100 keys, I can get one box. It's a lot of work for very little payout, so I'm anxious to see what they do with the progression. I am still a huge proponent of some sort of league system where you compete for these special rewards at the end of each season, and you get those based upon your ranking in the leagues. I think that could be so amazingly awesome. Really keep people grinding in Brawl Stars, which is what you want as a game developer. You want people logging in every day and grinding towards a goal, you know, and keep them playing. It's a good thing. It gives us a lot to do as well, so I really hope that we see something like that in the near future. I don't know what is on their minds in terms of trophy progression, but that is something they are looking at in the next update. Also, they say they're looking at social features to make it easier to brawl with your friends. Yes, please. Right now, currently, the only way to really, you know, connect with your friends is through Facebook. And while that's fine, I want to be able to see somebody in game and send them a friend request, you know, be able to play with them. I don't know how they work that out. Maybe it's like in Clash of Clans where you can add, you know, people right there in game. You can do that too with, you know, Clash Royale. You have to have that little link, you know, that they can add, I don't know, I think it'd be easier just to add people in game. I hope they do something like that, because that would be really cool. You play with somebody, you go out there and play with some randoms, and you know, Mr. Joe Blow over there, he's an awesome player and you want to be his friend so that you guys can play later. Bam, send him a friend request, add him to friends, and maybe they'll have some game rooms that you can, you know, hook up with them like that, because that would be really cool to be able to do that. The Facebook thing is definitely cool too. We should integrate all of that stuff together, and I'm sure they've got something, you know, they're a lot smarter than me at this stuff. They'll figure it out, but I think something like that would be very good. And they also said, and this is the more exciting news for us right now, is that there's going to be a new brawler and maybe a new game mode too. Alright, that's going to be cool. I don't know what, in terms of brawlers, if I'm looking at the current brawler sets that we don't have, we only have, what, like 2 melee brawlers? With El Primo and Mortis? Are there any others that I'm missing? I don't think so. I think we need another melee brawler. I know they don't really fit too well in this meta right now, but if we're going to really round out the game, I think they should have another melee brawler. I'd like to see some sort of like stealthy assassin type. I know there's been a lot of cool brawler concepts for that, and I think that would be really awesome if we could see some sort of, you know, stealthy assassin type of brawler that low hit points but really high damage. That would be cool. And they also said maybe a new game mode if time permits. Now, cast your memory back. I don't know how long this was ago, maybe a couple months or 3 months ago. I forget exactly when it was, but they said that they were talking about a team showdown thing. And we've asked them about it periodically before, and they're like, no, it's not really ready yet. They haven't really, you know, it's kind of been in our minds, but not really in the forefront. So maybe that would be the new game mode. I don't know. But I think that there's also a lot of other really cool game modes. I mean, the showdown thing would be cool, but I don't even really play Showdown very much. I mean, I'd play it for that because that would be pretty awesome, but I think I would rather have a different game mode like, you know, like Capture the Flag, or I've seen some really awesome game modes there on Reddit where people put together, you know, like almost like Overwatch where like the gym cart's going, you got to protect it, get it to the other side, something like that. That would be really cool. I don't know. What do you guys think about a new game mode? What kind of game mode would you like to see in Brawl Stars? That would be really awesome. Okay, so the last thing that they didn't mention here, but they mentioned in another comment, they forgot to mention spectating. That's also on the list, and we're hoping to have it in the next update. Yes, spectating will be awesome for the game, mainly for for me, content creators, and be able to hold tournaments and stuff. We won't have to do the little janky way that Kairos and I did the 1v1 tournament. As awesome as that was, and it was a lot of fun, that's really not the way you want to. I mean, I want full-on 3v3 tournaments with cool rules, bans, drafts, all kinds of good stuff. And once we get spectating, then we'll be able to do that. Yes, I want spectating in the game, and they say that it's most likely going to happen. All right, so back to the big topic at hand. Global release of Brawl Stars, Android, iOS, all that good stuff. Worldwide launch of Brawl Stars. When is that going to happen? Well, we don't really know yet. I mean, I guess it's technically still possible that it could never happen, that the game could be killed. But in my gut, I just think that it's going to go global. Yeah, there's going to be an Android release of Brawl Stars that's going to go global. I feel like it's going to happen. If I had to put a percentage on it, I mean, I don't know, 85, 90% sure that it's going to happen. I mean, that's no inside knowledge. That's just me taking what I see and what I think is going to happen. I'm pretty darn confident that it's going to go global, but I mean, who knows? Anything is possible, but when is that going to happen, Lex? When is Brawl Stars going global? When is Brawl Stars going to be on Android? Well, if I had to take my best guess, if we are a month and a half since the last update, we've got about another month and a half to go then for the next update. I bet you what's going to happen here is they're going to release another update. It's going to have a lot of this cool stuff that we're talking about here now. New brawlers, new game modes, maybe some new maps, skins maybe, spectating in Brawl Stars. What else am I missing? A new tutorial on auto-aim nerf. I think in about a month and a half we will see an update. And it's going to have a lot of stuff in there. And if that goes very well, then I think after that we'll see Brawl Stars on Android. Global launch of everything, worldwide, iOS, Android, Brawl Stars, the whole thing. Let me see how many more keywords I can say. So if we're looking at, you know, maybe 2.5 months, roughly, for Android, this is all just me guessing. It's going to be early summer, I bet, before we see Brawl Stars on Android. And then we will push it global, and everyone on Android can come play Brawl Stars with Lex and everybody else. That will be a heck of a time. So that's about what I've got for today's video. Looking forward ahead, we are going to be getting a new tutorial. We are going to be getting a new brawler, a new game mode, spectating, auto-aim nerf, progression on the trophy system. Guys, that is a ton of stuff coming to the next update here in Brawl Stars. I cannot wait to see what they come up with, and I really feel like the game it's not great on YouTube right now, but you know, I'm sticking with it because I love Brawl Stars, and I think that it's moving towards a place where once they get auto aim fixed right there and some new stuff in there, it's going to be really hot, and I cannot wait for the world to play Brawl Stars with all of us. Yes, hashtag Android Lives Matter. I'm an Android through and through. My daughter is like the only one who really loves Apple stuff, so you know, we're not going to worry about her. But that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Lex out. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you want to continue on this fabulous journey, you can always join one of my bands, SOAW Esports, Man Cave, Rebel, or Storm. I mean, watch out for Timbit and Rebel, though. He likes to tickle people. But, you know, still come join us. And just be wary of Timbit.